Popular guy here. Hey, have you been to Alaska before?
No, I have not.
First time?
Let's see here. We're doing a video.
It is. Have you been to Alaska before?
No, I have not. No, I have not.
What are your thoughts?
It's going to be awesome. I got in last night. I did a speech in Virginia last night, and I flew all night to get here, and I'm looking forward to today. I have some locals that buy a lot of my pillow products, and they're bringing me out fishing tomorrow. I've never been to Alaska.
My friend has a My Pillow. They love it, so I don't have one yet.
What's
but
wrong with you?
I need to get one.
76 million people have My Pillows, and we found one that doesn't have one.
I gotta get one. So are you still pursuing the election stuff? Or are you more focused on 2024? Or are you still?
No. If we have machines or any computers again in any election, it's over. You lose your country. I know. Go to Frank's speech. Get my app. All the evidence is there. We cannot use computers. Then it's a selection, not an election. It just happened in Georgia. I'll give you one little example. Over the last 2 months, all the primaries in the United States, every one of them except for one, we've been cyber guys and everything monitoring this. I'll give you an example in Georgia. This lady was a Democrat. There's 3 of them, a Democrat primary. Her and her husband got 0 votes in her own precinct. Now that's a little weird, right? Her and her husband voted for themselves. So Brad Rasper, the crooked Secretary of State of the state of Georgia, Republican, comes in. He goes, "Oh, we better do an audit. They're on to us." So they do a 3-day audit. They look inside the machines. What a concept. They look, and guess what they found? 3,700 and some votes for her. She went from 3rd place to 1st place.
Why do you think Why do you think in the Trump election, why do you think none of the courts really picked up on any of the lawsuits? There was about 60 lawsuits.
No judge. Now, this is what... no judge in the United States has ever looked at the evidence, ever, except for one county judge in Antrim County, Michigan, but he's seen it and he pushed it down. He did not rule on it. No judge has ruled on it. They were afraid back then. This time around, it's over. They're all going to rule.
Last thing I want to ask you is we just in Alaska a couple years ago passed this new deal. Have you heard about it? We have a ranked choice voting we're using now. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, the ranked choice voting. That's exactly how you can. These machines that were set up, you can't think of anything worse. They used those algorithms and stuff in like Colorado and stuff. They put them on the machines. They weren't even supposed to be on the machines. So probably the worst thing you could ever get here.
So we're doing it the first time, and we're going to see what happens here. We have a special general in August with Palin, Nick Begich, and a Democrat, Mary Peltola. So we're going to see
the best the people can do if you still have machines is just overrun the algorithms, like they did with Ken Paxton down in Texas in the primary, the runoff down there. He was a 40-some point favorite in the polls, and they're going, "Hey, we better not steal this. It's too obvious." So hopefully everybody needs to get out and vote and vote and vote. And we will get rid of all these machines. You're going. And by the way, there's an event. I will tell this August 20th and 21st. It's called the Moment of Truth Summit. It's in Springfield, Missouri. It's going to be shown worldwide. That's going to change.
Are you okay with the machine? Like you fill out the ballot, it counts the ballot?
No machines. You can never use a machine. France has been doing it since the 1970s. No machine. It's 30 seconds a ballot to audit. You have to have paper ballots hand counted in front of cameras so we all can see. You can do it. They did 70 million people in less than 2 hours. Their whole country. That was 2 months.
Well, I do say that it's interesting in Europe, France, and Germany. The elections, they know that same night or the next day for all these elections in Europe. Here in Alaska, we didn't know last time for like a month.
That's because the machine cover-up. It's the biggest cover-up for the biggest crime in history. Let me tell you, if we don't get rid of the machines, they're caught. If we don't get rid of them, we are Venezuela, Australia, Canada's getting there. You're never going to get rid of the machines again because that's how they got in power. They got selected, not elected. You lose your country forever. If you think the Democrats warned us of this in 2018, Amy Klobuchar, Kamala Harris, Harry Hershey, the corrupt, another corrupt guy with machines, but they all warned us. We didn't listen, and then you have the 2020 election. The Democrat Party happens to be on the side of that, so they don't care. So
last thing I want to ask you about 2024 is Trump running? Is DeSantis running? What do you think is going to happen with Trump and DeSantis?
I'm not even going to comment on that. And I want our great president Donald Trump back in because he's the best. As far as I'm concerned, there's no better president in the history of our planet.
Are you going to be speaking in the rally in there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, look, I saw you on Jimmy Kimmel a few months ago. I love the interview. So
yeah, that was
He was kind of a little mean. He was a little mean to you.
Yeah, but you know what? It spread the word. Jimmy let me come on his show. It's the only thing up on YouTube where it says China was in on this and that the Dominion and the Smartmatic, ESNS, all the machines get to go. They left it up there. Otherwise, you don't see that stuff anywhere. And what Jimmy said, halfway through, we went to a commercial, and I said, Jimmy, we need to unite as a country. I said, why? You know I have all this and whatever. And he goes, I said, they attacked you last summer for doing blackface in the 90s. You know what he said to me? He goes, well, Mike, I did something bad. All you've done is back a man you believe in. Then he also said, Mike, if you were saying to get rid of the machines, if your friend Donald Trump, if it had been reversed and he was there, would you still be sounding the alarm? I said, of course I would. The American dream is gone. It doesn't matter who was on what side of what. If they were selected and they came back to Minnesota, the New York Times and the Washington Post, and they questioned anyone that knew me in my home state of Minnesota. They were there for days. They couldn't find one person that said, if Donald Trump was in, Mike wouldn't be sounding the alarm. I tell it like it is. I was an ex-crack cocaine addict, the American dream on steroids. We lose that forever, the greatest country in the world, if we don't get rid of these computers and machines, period.
Last thing, you think Jesse Ventura, could he win today, or?
What?
Yeah, Jesse Ventura, wasn't that the governor?
Yeah, but you got to realize I was on crack back then. I had never voted in my life.
Okay.
Jesse, being a governor of Minnesota, he couldn't get anything done because neither party wanted him in. He was an independent, and both parties. He had so much mud to go through back then.
Well, Mike, I really enjoyed talking to you. Good luck in the rally, and very high energy. I like it. I like the energy.
Always have. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Can I get a picture?
Can we get a? Thank you. I was trying to get a picture there. That guy's like me, very high energy.